What's up, people? It's your girl Matilda Williams with Piaggio, and I'm super excited today. I've got loads of gist for you guys. Guess what, guys? I'm going on a warship. Oh my god. Today it's all about women, girls. As long as you're 12 years and above, there's no maximum age you can go on this warship. Oh my god, this warship looks so big. Have a look at this. So cool. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. I am super excited, and we're going on this warship. It's basically and completely free. Look at the surrounding. We're boarding at 8:15 a.m. and we're going to be on the ship till 3:30 p.m. Guys, I can't wait to keep you guys posted with everything. It's still your girl. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and if you're visiting my channel for the first time, hey, you're welcome to the family.
Few things to say to you, but first, as we always do, as I always do, it's important that we acknowledge the Coast Salish peoples, the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh, upon whose traditional territory we gather today, and thank them for sharing these lands in peace and friendship. I'm getting some feedback. Am I doing this wrong? No? No, okay. So I do want to comment briefly on the practice of land acknowledgement. Because I'm very, very happy to see that it's been broadly adopted across British Columbia and indeed across the country. My ancestors came to Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, when their lands were taken away by the aristocracy, and that was called the Scottish clearances. So they came to Canada and they found a great deal of success and happiness here. And that is success that I have subsequently enjoyed and benefited from. But I'm also conscious that it's been at the expense of Indigenous peoples. And so for that reason, and because I hold the privilege of serving as Lieutenant Governor, I take it as a special responsibility to be a visible and a vocal advocate for reconciliation in all its dimensions. I'll also say in my badly pronounced Jothan, which means, good day, dear friends. It's wonderful to be among you today, and I do mean that most sincerely. I want to express my particular appreciation to Commander Sam Patchell for welcoming us so warmly.
This warship is owned by the Royal Canadian Navy, and today they're partnering with the Achieve Anything Foundation. This foundation helps to organize events, projects, and programs geared towards inspiring young girls to go into like aerospace, aviation, defense, and all the STEM programs. And I'm super excited.
And built this organization which exposes girls and women to opportunities in non-traditional fields. So I participated last fall in Girls Fly 2, which is an opportunity for primarily young women to learn what it's like to become a pilot and all the additional professions that are part of that. But she's a passionate advocate for opportunities in science, technology, that we're promoting today. So also just to have a message for the Royal Canadian Navy. And that is, I want to encourage all of you in the work that you're already doing to build greater gender, ethnic, and culture diversity among the ranks. It's so important. You know, there's so much research that's being done that demonstrates that organizations that are more diverse and that make a conscious effort to build a welcoming environment and celebrate that diversity outperform those that don't on almost every single measure. So, you know, it's the right thing to do from an altruistic point of view, but it also makes very good business and organizational sense to do that.
But I do ask, just be careful. This isn't a BC ferry. So we don't always make our timings either, though. So don't get rid of it. But we move a little bit more. We'll give you a warning. Be careful moving up and down the ladders. Make sure you face the ladders and everything, and also please be careful with doorways. There's handles, and those handles, if you push them up and you don't push all the way, they can fall and hit and bonk your head. So just please be careful. If you're not sure, there are sailors everywhere to help you. But otherwise, welcome aboard. The crew here is excited to show you around. the whole ship is yours. So please move about. Just when we're getting underway, the bridge will just stay clear of the bridge wings.
Thank you very much for coming this morning. We really appreciate you visiting us on board the Ottawa. Thank you very much for the commander and the crew and Her Honor for joining us today. This is a really fabulous opportunity for you to experience a day in the life of the Navy, hands-on, and see what it's like to be serving on board a ship. So I hope you'll take every moment. I just want to let you know that we have some photographers and videographers on board, and if you could please ignore them. They're not here to make you famous. They're here to tell the story. There's approximately 100 women and girls on board today, but we want to reach thousands, and we can do that with their help. So they're just documenting your experience, and so just pretend they're not even there.
So to the girls and women who are here, I want to share with you that I hope you will take full advantage of this opportunity to ask questions, to really learn about what the opportunities here are, and not just the kind of technical questions about the different professions and skills that you will be introduced to, but questions about what is the life like, you know? What does it mean to actually live and work in this environment? I have been so impressed with so many of the people I know who have participated in naval service. You get amazing opportunities to follow a broad variety of career paths. You get great training and great skills. And even should you choose to retire early, you take those skills out into the workplace. They're very much in demand. So I want to encourage you to continue to build a welcoming environment. You know, it's not enough just to hire people. You need to look at how you can ensure that they are supported and welcomed, and fully engaged. And so I know that you're working very hard to do that, and the people that we have here are really excellent examples of that. And so I thank you for that, and I just encourage you to enjoy the day. Thank you all so much. HMCS.
Close the doors behind you when you go through, but be careful of your fingers, be careful of the latches that they don't fall back down. It will knock you out and it'll make you have a bad day. The ship does move around quite a bit. Once we get out of the harbor, you'll see we'll do some maneuvering demonstrations. Always make sure you're hanging on to something while the ship is moving like that. Just going out of the harbor shouldn't be too bad. We'll be moving relatively slowly, so you're fairly safe. Up and down ladders, again, face the ladder, hang on to the railings as you're going up and down them, just for safety's sake. You will see sailors going down the ladder, facing out from them. They're a little bit more practiced, so just be wary that you'll see some of that, but please face the ladder. Washrooms, for all the washrooms, we're going to use all of the heads and wash places on 2 deck are going to be open to you. Okay, so for all of the females that are with us, all the washrooms are 1 deck down. The whole length of the ship, you'll find them. Your tour guides will help point you in the right direction, okay? If for some reason we need to don life jackets, we have personnel that can help you with that. Your tour guides will help you. We've got oodles of life rafts, so not a problem there. Going back to the washrooms, they're pretty finicky, so only bodily waste and toilet paper. Nothing other than that, please and thank you.
We're on board here. So we've already divided you into groups, so please find your tour guide and we're going to get underway with our tours. We're going to be heading out of the harbor into the Strait of Georgia and be south of Howe Sound, so there'll be some nice views for you as well to get some photos on the upper decks. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? No questions? Okay, tour guides, I'll leave it to you to take it away. You have your tour routes. Please make sure you find your personnel.
Let's do this, guys.
This class of ship was made. They decided to name them all after cities. So that's why there's the Calgary, HMCS Calgary, HMCS Regina, Toronto. Those sort of the MCDVs, that's Saskatoon. And they actually built one extra. So there was only going to be the Toronto, and then they decided to build one more. So that's why they named it after the capital city.
Just to confirm, please, what does the HMCS mean?
Her Majesty's, well, it's His Majesty's Canadian ship. I don't know if that's official.
Nice.
Well, it can't be official now, yeah. So yeah, His Majesty's.
Kind of talked a little bit about the flight deck already. So as you guys know, it's non-skid. If you feel it with your hand, it hurts. I actively like to work out up here, and so if you're running and you were to slip, I call it non-skin, actually, because I have many times bled from it. But that's kind of one part about the ship as well that's really fun is it's very difficult when you're at sea to be able to work out. So you kind of have to be a bit creative with it. We do have a gym on board as well, which hopefully we'll take a look at. But up here is like a little bit of everything. So I usually will bring equipment up here. Yeah, and it's for us, it's normal, right? This is our day-to-day, so we kind of get some complacency involved in it. But to have new people come on and almost refresh our skills and our knowledge, but also show people how much fun we can have. Yes.
We're finally moving, but it actually looks like that's the one moving. But it's all moving! Oh my god! We're moving! This is so cool. All about the sail ship! Woo! Look at it. We're moving, guys.
So
you can only tell because all the other components, all the other ships on the sea look like they are the ones moving, but we're the ones moving, guys. This is so cool. This is such an amazing experience. They have treadmills. You can walk out. So right here inside. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay. Guys, it's called heads.
Yeah, that's a traditional name for.
Not mushrooms.
Is this everybody?
So you said is the traditional name for?
Yeah, where are we going after the heads?
Did you get it? Get it? Heads. So you guys walk out here as well, like the treadmills?
Yes. So we have a kind of smaller gym aft, but because there's so many people on board, they try and like fit workout stuff wherever they can. So I think one deck down there's a rowing machine, and then yeah, the stair climbers. There's some treadmills. What else? Usually some exercise bikes kicking around.
So how long do you spend basically this? Like how long?
So it varies. The longest I've been out is 6 months.
So you just dock, you go on the ship and then you don't get out until after 6 months?
No, so we do dock. Yeah, I guess maybe the longest time we'll be at sea is 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, it varies. They won't really go longer than 2 weeks, and that's usually if we're with like a big task group. So there'll be a lot of ships, and one ship will be in charge, and because they'll have like a mission. Like some of those bigger ships, like aircraft carriers and stuff, they can go out for months and not need to come once.
So when you say tax, what kind of tax? Like example of a tax?
So, Operation Artemis is like anti-piracy and drug interception. So all the ships will be sailing around, and they'll pick up like a boat that's suspicious, and then so they'll be tasked to go investigate.
Oh,
yeah.
Operation what?
Artemis.
Artemis.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Can you give us one more?
Operation Projection. That's the one that I've done a lot. Is it's all about enforcing sanctions on North Korea.
Oh.
So because North Korea and China will share fuel, and they're not supposed to because nobody's allowed to trade with North Korea. Our job will be to go out there and record all this, and then.
I usually dock. What areas would you usually dock for that?
So Korea, like we dock a lot in Busan, Incheon, a lot of Japan. So Kyoto, or not Kyoto, it was Maizuru, but I went to Kyoto. But yeah, so yeah, Maizuru, Yokohama. We do a lot of the American bases.
Oh.
So.
Thank you. And it's officer.
Master Sailor.
Master Sailor. Put on the ladder. Let's see how we do this. Okay. Okay, guys. This ain't fun. This is not funny. Okay, here we go. Nice. Yay!
Missile is an anti-air missile that we can carry on board, and they're primarily used in defensive operations against incoming missiles or incoming aircraft. So it's a supersonic missile, so it travels upwards of Mach 4 in this case, and it has a range of around 50 kilometers, a little bit higher.
Decking up to the bridge. Awesome. Yeah. But this is it here. It has got phosphorus in it, so it is a little bit dangerous, but in its current state, it's nothing dangerous. So
Sorry, I need to ask a question.
Yes.
So we're just going to recap a bit. You're saying if someone gets off the boat by mistake,
Yep.
this, I don't understand, this, they have to drop this.
Yeah, this is a smoke marker. So what it does is it creates a gate.
Okay.
So say we're sailing along, we would drop, like, say my boots are the two of them. What would happen is then that way we kind of know exactly where the ship was going when we lost the person. So when we turn around, we come back through that same gate.
Oh.
Hopefully so the person's still remotely close to the boat. Because we want to try and have the shortest distance between us and them, but also not.
A ship and a warship. So we're required to have certain things on board to make sure we're safe at sea. So right beside me over here is one of our life rafts. You can hold up to 20 people in it.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yep.
This?
That thing will expand and hold 20 people inside.
Wow.
So every member of the ship's company is trained to be able to have that launched, swim out to it, make sure it's the right. Fuel, the only thing that's going to happen is that that's going to stop spinning, and obviously that generators are going to stop spinning as well, so power will go dark. So the ship will go black, but we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen. But worst case scenario, we're just going to be dead in the water, no power. We're just going to wait for tankers. So we have the capacity of fueling at sea as well. So if we know that we're not able to go alongside to fill up, we're going to call tankers. So essentially the gas station comes to us, we're going to hook up on the way, and we're going to fill up.
Normally there would be three. Thered be a petty officer first class who would be the human resources manager, and then there'd be two of us who are juniors who kind of take care of all the paperwork, and he does more of the approvals side of things, but it's been just me.
So how often do you get to go to Saskatchewan?
I go once to twice a year. Normally.
Wow.
Yeah.
To see your family?
Yep.
Do you have kids?
I do not. No. So it's a little bit easier on me than maybe other people on the ship who have kids and spouses, but...
Do you guys get to have any downtime? Do you party as a sheep?
Oh, we sure do.
You do?
We do. We actually had a barbecue the other night. We came to Anchor and they set up the barbecues and gave us hot dogs, hamburgers.
Andrea, I just wanted to say, what would be your advice for a young girl out there who's looking to join the Naval, as a career? What would you advise?
So I actually joined at the age of 16 myself. Wow. Yeah, so I was still in high school when I joined the Navy. I would definitely say give it a chance. Like I joined part-time first off. I didn't join full-time right off the bat because I wasn't really sure what I was getting myself into. I did a deployment as a reservist, and that kind of enticed me to join full-time because I had a lot of fun. I've met some of my best friends in my life doing this job, and it's been kind of the best 14 years of my life.
Let's have lunch. And here's the meal prep.
Ashe.
This is how they eat on the ship. Oh. Yes, they eat 4 times a day. I'm thinking of joining the Navy. And someone tell my children, please. I also they get plenty. Pretty windy, guys, pretty windy. Yeah, everyone's positioned in a way to withstand the wind and the movement of the ship. Look at the movement of the water. Can you feel that? Can you see that? This is some kind of speed, guys. I am loving this. Let's see how long we can stand this. It's called a demo, guys. It's called a demo. Let's see how long we can take this.
Roll significantly.
Stand by for a hard turn. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. We did it. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Here we go, guys. Okay guys, so I'm here with Christine and she's the founder of the Achieve Anything Foundation. This whole event today was possible because of her foundation and we just want to ask her a few questions. Hi Christine, it was really nice meeting you today. Hi, I just want to know, I mean, this is awesome what you're doing for young girls. What actually moved you to start this and what has been like the benefit so far that you can actually tell for both girls and women out there?
Well, I've been a pilot for 30 years and I'm one of 6% of the female pilot population that I put in the statistics in our emails, and that's in Canada and the US, and I'm really tired of that number not moving in all that time. So when I brought the Sky's No Limit Girls Fly 2 event into being, I guess 10 years ago, and it just got bigger and bigger, and then I realized that we needed to do this work year round, so I started the Achieve Anything Foundation, and we started doing these events with the Navy and the Coast Guard, and we do firefighting events, and we've done one with YVR. We have a really cool marine response event coming up with the Western Canada Marine Response Corporation.
Nice.
And these are all industries and agencies that are interested in getting more women and girls, and they are also trying to figure out how to engage, and we are saying that you need to put people out at sea.
On behalf of Ottawa's entire crew. I hope all of you enjoyed yourselves on board today and got to find out a little bit more about what your Navy does here as we sail many a day out of here. Now there's a few of the sailors that really helped out today that Her Honor would like to acknowledge, and so Lieutenant Dieter Van Herp.
I want you all to show your appreciation for Dan Patchell and his entire marvelous crew. Let's make some noise. I want to also just say what a pleasure it's been to spend time here today. I've loved every minute of it. I've had some wonderful conversations with the crew, but also with all of you. And I do encourage you to think about opportunities that the Navy can provide you, or other opportunities in STEM. There's lots going on. There's lots of great directions you can take your careers in. And so I wish you all the very best, and what a gift it has been to be here today.
That's the Governor General walking out of the warship.
So Viajua, it's been an awesome trip on this warship. I had the fun of my life. I went in, I saw the control room, I saw the sick bay, I saw the engine room, and you saw all the razzmatazz, like in all the video you saw. It's been awesome. I want to say thank you to the Achieve Anything Foundation for making this possible. This has been an awesome ride. Guys, watch this. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I love you. Remember, be you, be happy, stand out. You are you. There are no two yous in the world, and your you is unique. I still know your girl Matilda Williams with Graduate. I love you.